It's a work.
Yeah. You've seen all these things before.
Hey fellas, how you doing?
Yeah, Kathy, the mayor was yeah. No Romans or no stuff. Yeah. This is 3 minutes.
Somebody else asked me. So yes.
I
think we have another word. She wants to try to slot. But if somebody else comes here to see, let me know, because I will be involved. Hey. Okay. Just, yeah, just, yeah, I'll put 60 seconds. I'll tell you. And if I follow through, it's, just wait. You bomb. I keep wanting
totally divorced.
to take it up like, there's like.
I used to follow the NFL,
See, it's a girl with,
and then Ron Owen and something bought the Redskins and ruined them. Snyder. He ruined them, so I couldn't stand to watch him. I mean, I watched it for like 10 years. I mean, and self-inflicted wounds. He had the medal, you know. He wanted to pick quarterbacks. And pick the coach. I mean, when you so quarterback, you know, and you ignore things like the offensive line. We had one quarterback that wasn't half bad, except the line was like, and so he kept getting pounded. No, a lot of the kid ended up at the Raiders, I think. I don't know, but he got pounded for years. And, you know, they kept complaining that you would too if 400-pound guys were buried down on you. We gotta get really yeah. I remember the kid's name. But he wasn't bad.
We have about 1 minute before we're going to get started.
The opportunity to set up. But ever since then, it's been.
All right, I'm going to call this meeting to order, and I'm going to ask that we all stand for the invocation and the pledge. I'm going to ask Mr. Bob Steele to come forward and offer the invocation and then lead us in the pledge.
Let's pray. Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this gathering. Lord, we ask for your blessing of wisdom on everyone here, on our council, on our mayor, on our city manager, all of our first responders, our firefighters, our police officers. Please bless us with wisdom and give all of the folks here your blessing of knowledge. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And a roll call real quick. Mr. Stoffer?
Here.
Mr. Rominger?
Here.
Miss Alley?
Here.
Mr. Schatzel.
Here.
And Mr. Tolbert.
Here.
Let the record reflect that all members of the council are present and accounted for. Do we have any agenda items to either add or delete tonight?
Yes, sir, I've got two, so I'd like to delete item D1 as the gentleman that isn't present tonight. And then I would also like to add a fire department presentation, if I may, sir.
All righty. Do I have a motion to amend the agenda as listed?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
Second.
And all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any negative or any opposed? All right, motion passes. We will add those to the agenda and delete that one item from the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
And second, Ms. Alley? That's what you said, okay. All those in favor of the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, like sign. All right, motion passes on that. Let's move down to those awards and proclamations. Chief Kukulis, I think you are making this presentation, is that correct?
Gentlemen, come up.
And I thought I was getting it for how well I did during your 101.
Oh, yeah, we're overdue on that one.
Yeah, we are.
Maybe next month.
I'm in better shape.
Well, for the record, Alex Kukulis, Fire Chief. We have Travis Simpson and Nathan Madrishin, here from Aeromedics HVAC. You guys probably are all familiar with their company. They've done business with the city for many years. If everyone's seen the ambulances running around town, the red and black ones that catch your eye. So it turns out they had one of those rigs go down, I guess quite a while ago. Huh? And they were looking to get rid of it, and I had caught wind of it and reached out to them. And as you all know, we're getting ready to, well, we just did start our paramedic class finally last week. And typically when you run a program like that, it almost goes a year long. And part of the laboratory, if you will, for new paramedics is working in the back of an ambulance. It's a very small, confined area where you can only access the patient from certain sides. So us not having one was a bit of a detriment. And so we reached out to these gentlemen and asked if they'd be willing to donate it to the city and to the fire department, which they very quickly, I think it was less than an hour later, told me, they were happy to do it. So although it doesn't run, we were able to get it over here, and we really don't need it to run for our purposes right now. So it's parked, if you haven't seen it yet, it's parked out back behind the fire station as we speak, and we'll be getting ready to put it to work for all those students now pretty soon. So on behalf of the fire department, we've got a little plaque here.
Awesome.
And I really appreciate you guys' donation and everything you've done for us thus far.
Thank you. Sorry for being underdressed. We kind of came in a hurry, so this is our season. We're just super busy, of course. So Nathan actually told me about this meeting today. So I think we should probably dress a little better than this. Thank you guys for having us, and thanks for the award. It means a lot.
Well, thank you.
Can I ask just a second, if you turn around, our PIO would like a picture of all three of you, please?
Yeah.
And the plaque.
She'll get you from the neck up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief, and again, thank you for that donation. All right, let's move down to public hearings, ordinance 26-08-01.
An ordinance adopting additional amended budget changes. Start over. Ordinance 26-08-01, an ordinance adopting additional amended budget changes for the city of Niceville for the fiscal year commencing on October 1, 2025. An ordinance adopting and approving additional appropriations set forth in said budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1, 2025, and providing for an effective date.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
And do I have a second?
Second.
Second. And go ahead, Mr. City Manager.
All right, well, thank you, Mayor. Good evening, council. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on this one because this one's a little convoluted. And I'll step you through the ordinance and kind of explain it as we go. But the background on this is, as you know, we have one fire engine and a brush truck, and then another vehicle, a rescue vehicle, on order. I was not anticipating receiving any of those 3 vehicles until next fiscal year. But last month we were told that we're going to receive all of them this fiscal year. We did not budget for that. We have the money, it just wasn't budgeted for this fiscal year, at least not all of it. And so as you recall, and you'll see it later in tonight's agenda, we are doing a budget amendment for the fire engine, and we're going to complete that ordinance later tonight. This ordinance here, though, is for the other 2 trucks and the equipment that it will equip them. Okay, so it's both of these budget amendments apply to those 3 fire trucks that we're going to be receiving before the end of the fiscal year. So if you turn to the ordinance, and the big thing here, if we pay for all these trucks this fiscal year, they're going to give us a $30,000 discount thanks to Chief Kakula. So we're saving a ton of money on these trucks. I say we're saving a ton of money. It's over $2.3 million, but we're saving $30,000 of surtax money thanks to Chief Kakulis and his negotiating skills with the vendor. So I'm just going to walk you through this ordinance real quick. So in the top block under the general fund 26 adopted budget revenues, that top line, 33,000. And if you look at just the revision column, $33,279. That is coming out of general fund reserves. Thank you. I couldn't get the word. This was for an IT generator for the building that IT is in. That money was budgeted last year. The work in the generator did not get finished last year. So we are just rolling that money forward from fiscal year 25 to fiscal year 26. So that's what that money is. The next line down, the $834,311. That is the remaining balance that we have in reserves that we have received from the city of Valparaiso for the services, the fire department services we have been providing to them over the last couple of years. That is the remaining balance that we're moving forward. If you roll down to the next block, then you'll see the expenditures. The $33,279 is the general fund expenditure for the IT generator. And then the $834 is going into the general fund. But if you look down in the next block, then that money is being transferred into the discretionary surtax fund. The only reason we're doing that is because all of the money we are using to pay for the fire truck, these 3 fire trucks, is coming out of the surtax fund. It's not all necessarily surtax money, but it's coming out of the surtax line item, okay? So all 3 fire trucks are going to be paid out of that line item. Again, that $39,000 you see will also be applied to the fire trucks, but that's leftover ARPA dollars. The $834,311 is again ValP money. And then the $160,781,000, that is surtax money that we had budgeted that we are no longer going to need. So we are going to reduce our use of surtax money, and that's how you get to that $712,000. So it's $39,000 plus $834 minus the $160. That's how you get to the $712. And then if you flip to the next page, the $712,000, that's what we're going to spend on the remaining balance to pay for the fire trucks. Long, convoluted, and I apologize for that, but we're moving a lot of different colors of money around in order to pay for these 3 fire trucks and the IT generator that we're rolling forward from last fiscal year. So,
All right.
barring any questions, that's all I have for you.
Council, you have any questions for the city manager? All right, would anybody in the audience like to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none, we will call for the vote. Mr. Stopper?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
Ms. Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Stopper? I'm sorry,
Yes.
excuse me, Mr. Shackle?
Yes.
And Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
All righty, let's move down to ordinance 26-08-02.
An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Niceville, Florida, adopting the 8th edition of the Florida Fire Prevention Code, providing for the incorporation of the NFPA 1 and NFPA 100, providing for local amendments, providing for severability, providing for conflicts, and providing for an effective date.
Do I have a motion to approve? And do I have a second?
Second.
Second. All right, Chief, I guess you got something you want to talk to us about.
Just real quick background on this so we understand what it is. This came to light, actually, I think I mentioned just undergone our ISO review for our rating for the city, and in that process, one of the requirements is the current adoption of the current fire codes. And upon reviewing our records, the last time the city actually formally adopted that was in 1994. However, under state fire marshal and the statute 633, there is an automatic adoption through them, but just to keep this clean for future ISO purposes, we thought we'd adopt it at the city level as well. So this is effectively just adopting the same fire code that's adopted statewide here locally for us.
Council, do you have any questions for the chief? Thanks, Chief. Anybody want to come for the council on this issue? All right, seeing none. Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
Mr. Schatzel?
Yes.
Ms. Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
And Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
All right, let's move down to the public hearings for our second and final reading. And we'll begin with ordinance 26-07-01.
An ordinance requesting to voluntarily annex approximately .68 plus or minus acres into the city of Niceville. The subject property is located at 1315 23rd Street and is identified by parcel ID number 08-1S-22-0000-0015-0010.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Rominger. All right, Chris, are you speaking to this one?
Thank you. Yes, sir. So yes, this is the second reading of voluntary annexation here at 15 23rd Street. We've not made any changes on this ordinance since the first reading, nor have we received any public comment. The agent for the applicant is here as well this evening to take questions, but this is just a request to voluntarily annex this property into the city limits, and it does meet the statute for a voluntary annexation. So with that, we do recommend approval.
Council, you have any questions? Thank you, Chris. Would anybody else like to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none. Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
Mr. Schatzel?
Yes.
Miss Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
And Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Let's move down to ordinance 26-07-02.
An ordinance to amend the official zoning map to planned unit development PUD and amend the future land use map Bloom to medium density residential MDR. The subject property is located at 1315 23rd Street and is identified by parcel ID number 08-1S-22-0000-0015-0010.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
All right, I got that as Mr. Stoffer and Mr. Schatzel. I'm assuming you're a second?
Second.
All right. Again, Chris, anything that, any changes from last time?
No changes since last time, just getting the zoning and land use, future land use assigned for this property.
All right. Questions by the council? Thank you much. Would anybody in the audience like to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none. Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
Miss Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Schatzel?
Yes.
And Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
All right, let's move down to ordinance 26-07-03.
An ordinance adopting additional amended budget changes for the city of Niceville for fiscal year commencing on October 1, 2025. An ordinance adopting and approving additional appropriations set forth in said budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1, 2025, and providing for an effective date.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Miss Alley, and do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Rominger. All right, Mr. Deitch, you're up.
Again, Council, like I explained last month and then a little bit earlier, that $500,000 that I'm recommending that we use, both of these budget amendments again pay for 3 fire trucks. That $500,000 is ARPA dollars, and the other, the $802,980 is a portion of the Valpy Fire Department money that we've earned for our services we've provided to Valpy. And so I'm just recommending we budget that money so we can pay for these 3 fire trucks.
Any questions by the council? Seeing none, anybody in the audience want to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none. Mr. Stopper?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
Miss Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Schatzel?
Yes.
And Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
Let's move down to ordinance 26-07-04.
An ordinance of the City of Niceville, Florida, providing for amendments to the comprehensive plan, deleting chapters 1 through 5 pertaining to administrative matters, substantively amending chapter 12 pertaining to recreation and open space, deleting chapters 15 through 17 pertaining to level of service, consistency with other plans, and public school facilities, substantively amending chapter 13 pertaining to intergovernmental coordination, substantively amending chapter 8 pertaining to transportation, substantively amending chapter 9 pertaining to housing, substantively amending chapter 11 pertaining to coastal management and conservation, substantively amending chapter 7 pertaining to future land use, substantively amending chapters 10 and 14 pertaining to infrastructure and capital improvements, deleting chapter 6 pertaining to concurrency, non-substantively amending chapter 18 pertaining to private property rights, and providing for enforcement, severability, conflicts, and codifications, and providing for an effective date. The first reading was January 13th, 2026.
All right, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
And Mr. Schatzel is the second. All right, Chris, you're up again, buddy.
Thank you. So, yes, so this is the comprehensive plan process that we've been working through for over a year's time, or so since even before I arrived at the city. And hopefully we're coming down the home stretch now. This is the adoption phase of this process. It's a state review process, and first we have the proposed phase that based on some feedback and legislative changes over the last year, we had to complete that process twice. The last hearing was back in January for that proposed phase. The council approved the proposal. After that, we submitted to the state for their formal review, and in March they gave us their formal review comments, which they did have some specific items that we had to change based on their feedback, and then some additional comments. So since then, we've been working through that process to make those changes. One of the parts was concurrently with this process, there's a 10-year water facility plan that also is coming up due this summer now for the city, handled through the Water Management District, and so we had to get that plan updated at the same time so that we can incorporate information from that into our comp plan, which is why it's taken from March to now to get that through our consultant Polly and get it incorporated to here with our analysis. So what we have here, we have the strike-through underline. We had the original strike-through underline that was being developed over the last year. There were some different highlights and different colors of highlights in there, and that was based on the state's feedback and changes specifically that we made so that you all could see, the public could see, and of course the state could see when they do their review. And then also, more recently, as I got that finalized, I went through and removed all the strike-through underline and highlights, created a clean version, just make it a little easier to read, and something that we hopefully once this is approved, we can go ahead and have out their public website and everything, so that we can actually use this document moving forward. So with that, all the changes that were made were based specifically on the state's review memo over the last few months, and really for the last 6+ months working with the state on this review. So we are respectfully recommending the approval of this adoption phase comprehensive plan year-based amendment. If approved, then my next step is to transmit it back to the state for their final review. And fingers crossed, they say it's good, and then we don't think about this for a while.
All right, council, any questions for Mr. Presetti? Go ahead, Mr. Schatzel.
I don't have a question, but just one comment. Working in plans myself in another career, it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of time, and sometimes you get bug-eyed in doing it, but I want to compliment our community development director and the staff of the city who has worked on this countless hours and the revisions and getting it resubmitted and getting all the chapters completed. I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments by the council?
And I would just say ditto to what was said right there, that, this is impressive. I mean, it's just so the audience knows, just so the audience knows, that's it right there. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Would anybody in the audience like to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none. Mr. Tolbert.
Yes.
Minister Schatzel.
Yes.
Miss Alley.
Yes.
Mr. Lominger.
Yes.
And Mr. Stofford.
Yes.
Let's move down to item G1 there. It is the 106 Redmond Court variance.
This is a request for a variance for the construction of a residential pool screen enclosure attached to the principal structure over an existing pool and deck, a reduction of the north side yard setback from the required 7.5 feet to 2 feet, a reduction of the rear yard setback from the required 25 feet to 5 feet. The proposed final order is for 106 Redmond Court and can be identified as parcel ID number 08-1S-22-0000-0075-0010. The site is approximately 0.25 plus or minus acres in size.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Rominger. And I think, Chris, this is you again.
Thank you. Yes, sir. So this is a request that we did receive from the property owner. Actually, our senior planner, Amy, has been the one corresponding, working on this one herself. And so we did have this at the Planning Commission at their hearing last week, and they did recommend approval of it. The pool is existing there. It's a bit of a weird situation in the fact that well, the pool's existing, just trying to put a pool enclosure over that. However, based on the actual definitions and wording in our land development code, they wouldn't be allowed to do so based on the setback requirements. There's actually some conflict in the land development code that, as I'm working through a draft update, it's one of the items that we flagged to clean up the conflict because there's even difference in setbacks between pools currently and pool enclosure. So it's one of those that came in now, so we were going to support based on the situation. And the Planning Commission as well did recommend approval last week.
Go ahead, Miss Alley.
So on the documents we got, under Planning Commission, there's nothing there.
What do you say?
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, no, I'm not sure how that got in there. We had an updated version of it, but they did recommend approval 7-0.
Other questions? Go ahead, Mr. Stock.
So the pool, so there was differences. Is the pool within the code now, or does the code conflict with the overhang, and that's the problem?
It's a little bit of both. So the pool, in the current land development code, pools can be set back less 4 feet off property lines. If it's a detached accessory structure, it would have to be set back 5 feet. So you can have and that's to the edge of the water, not including, concrete, walkway around your pool. However, if it's attached to your home, it says it follows standard building setbacks, which is why it's 25 foot in here versus even that 5 of the detached accessory structure. So there's kind of a multitude of conflicts in there. The pool, if it was at the edge of water, it does meet code. However, pool enclosure would not. So we're going to address that in the update for sure.
All right, any other questions by council? Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Would anybody in the audience like to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none, Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
Mr. Schatzel?
Yes.
Miss Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
And Mr. Stofford?
Yes.
All right, let's move down to the city manager reports.
All right, thank you, Mayor. So council, obviously this is the Chris Versetti show tonight. But he's doing really great work, and I also commend him for getting the comp plan across the finish line. That was no light ordeal that he took on. But, in addition to the water plan that he talked about, the comprehensive plan he talked about, you will see in the months ahead an updated CRA plan that he's been working on. You will see a land development code he's been working on. You will see a number of other plans to get the city's foundational documents, current, statutorily compliant, consistent, and don't have these odd conflicts and everything else. So, Chris, thank you for all your hard work. I'm working this poor guy to death, so I kind of feel bad about that. But he's taking it in good spirits and a smile, so I appreciate him for that. Council, last night we had our first property tax town hall. I think we had 30-ish people there probably. And it was well received. I had a lot of good questions, had a good discussion back and forth, and so the mayor and I will be hopefully holding these events monthly, as well as going out into the community to provide the community facts and data on what this property tax means and how it will impact city operations and city budgets. So that effort is ongoing. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. Who we got first? All right, Chief Eddings, please.
Mr. Mayor, Council. All right, I'm going to read you the stats of June 2026. During the month of June, the Niceville Police Department responded to 2,371 calls for service. The summary is traffic incidents. We have responded and investigated 37 traffic crashes involving 73 vehicles. 102 citations were written, 349 traffic warnings were written, 36 criminal citations were written, and 60 UI citations. We had 11 misdemeanor arrests and 18 felony arrests, and that includes 60 UIs. That's the basic outline. We had 27 calls for tows, 10 AA, 10 roadside, and 7 white. 112 animal-related calls. That included dogs in vehicles, dogs in crates in the sun, barking dogs, feral cats, stray dogs, alligator, and possum.
Was there a rooster?
I didn't get any roosters.
That was covered with lions.
I didn't hear about that one. 4th of July event was very successful. No incidents from our end, very minor, if any. Our community policing unit conducted 2 fatal vision classes on June 20th, and that includes the pedal cars and the distorted vision goggles. If you have any other youth or teenagers that'd like to participate, please spread the word. We'll have upcoming events this August. I don't have the dates right now. I have 5 officers that are going to Orlando on June 25th to accept awards for the Florida Traffic Safety Challenge. The Florida Law Enforcement Traffic Safety Challenge recognizes agencies for effectiveness of their traffic safety efforts. The challenge promotes a comprehensive data-driven approach that encompasses policy, training, public education, officer recognition, enforcement, and participation in the Florida Law Enforcement Liaison Program and initiatives. Awards honor agencies with outstanding traffic safety programs, innovative practices, and the best of the best in traffic safety across Florida. I think we were ranked number 3 for our size department in the state. I think, I can't confirm this, that we're the only ones in this side of the panhandle that are going to this. They pay for everything. It's a pretty good event for the officers. They go down there and they get a free hotel, free event. And, it's nice recognition. They really work their butts off for it. On July 28th, join us to celebrate Canine Cody's retirement. We'll be at Jeremiah's Ice Cream from 1 to 3. If you want to stop by and wish him well. And of course, we have KP's retirement, a little bit lesser importance. You know. Kristen Pond's retirement will be on the 30th. You all are invited over here at the community center from 11 to 1. Currently, we are we have 3 officers in the hiring process to take places of 2 retirees and 1 person that we let go earlier this year. We're hiring 2 dispatchers that are in the process, and that will make us full all the way around. One thing I wanted to mention, that wraps up my stats, but what I wanted to mention, and I was going to do it in an email to the city manager, but I figured I'd do it here. I'm sure y'all are aware, but Jonathan, don't let your head get too big on this one, but we have the best repair and maintenance people here, led by Philip, and it's amazing to me the things that go on that people don't recognize or know that some aren't recognizing. All the work at the PD that's been done over the last couple of years has been amazing. I don't know, I'll invite you to stop by in a little bit and see the training room that we're making upstairs. Huh? All right, wait till the AC's put in. But we're completely renovating the upstairs. It's been an ongoing project. It's going to be a training room, which will enable us to host trainings from outside agencies, and actually saves us money in the long run, because if we host a class, generally they provide spots for free for us. So instead of sending somebody across the state traveling and all the expense, we will be the hosting. It's a really nice event. He's been all over it. Worked with him actually today and picked out different things with him. But one of the impressive things is Friday, we had to bust in a door on a house to check on the welfare of turned out to be a fake call, but somebody called in and said they had murdered their whole family in the house, and it was a swatting call. But nonetheless, we had to break in the door, and I called Jonathan probably 3 or 4 o'clock, and I said, Jonathan, you got anybody to go fix this lady's door? And I'm thinking, in the past, this happens in every jurisdiction, every city. In the past, I'd be like, yeah, I'll get on that next week. Well, this is a single female living by herself, and so he called Philip. Within 30 minutes, Philip, who I think was already off, responded, secured her door for the night, and within 24 hours had an entire door frame, the entire shebang completed and fixed. The lady was over the moon happy. So just a thanks to you guys. I know you know what they do. You know, they're great guys. All of them.
morning by 11.
Yeah, by 11. And so, yeah, good job. They have some unsung heroes. They really do so much. It's not just Phil. It's all the guys that work under him, pouring with him, from the electricians, drywallers. I mean, it's impressive to watch them work, and they're very good. So that's all I have. If you have any questions.
Questions for the chief? Go ahead.
Chief, the traffic safety challenge in Orlando is what day, this month? It's going to be
25th. If you want to go down there. I believe it's a 2-day event.
Okay, and also going to the last incident you just described, is there any way to trace where the call comes from that we can bring charges against?
We're currently investigating that. This particular case is a little more difficult because it came in through a different suicide type hotline, so it wasn't our phone system, but we are working on it. And yeah, if we can, we're going to charge them. I don't care where they're at.
Thank you.
Kathy had a question.
So, under the misdemeanors, felonies, and DUIs, I noticed that in the last year, this is the worst month in the last 12 months. And so, for misdemeanors and felonies, and so, can you attribute that to anything?
When you say worst month, do you mean
In the last year, so if I look at June of 20.
good job by us, or no, I know what you mean. A lot of it is we've got some officers right now that are really taking initiative on drug enforcement, and you know, as we speak, they're out there right now working it. That accounts for some of it. You've got probably almost half of those are drug arrests, and self-initiated by officers mostly, but they have a directive, and they've got some example officers out there taking the lead and doing a great job at it. So it's starting to uptick. Once they see the enforcement of one officer, they'll kind of say, hey, I can do that, and they get out there and hit it a little more aggressively. And it just depends on the fishing good or not, you know, just what's out there.
So would you say that the drugs are up, or they're just being more caught?
More caught. I'd say the fish are always there, just changing our bait and tactics.
Thank you.
But I have not seen an increase or uptick in narcotic usage. It's starting to spread out a little bit, where it was straight fentanyl for a long time. So it's going back to methamphetamine, fentanyl, a little bit of cocaine, that type of thing. Fentanyl's on the decline, but it's still there.
Any other questions by council?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I
Ms.
just,
Dawson.
so you know, that was my same question. When you look at the chart, you can tell it goes up in both the felonies and the misdemeanors. So kudos to your officers. And yeah, I would have phrased the question the same way she did. It looks bad, but in essence, it also looks good because you guys are getting the job done.
To me, it looks good from when I look at it, and I know the cases they're working. It's aggressive, self-initiated police work. Some of it is not. Some of it's just calls that we go to and things, but a lot of it's officers doing out there and doing what we pay them to do.
Any other questions? If not, Chief, I'll say this. I appreciate what your guys do and obviously the danger that they sometimes encounter themselves. But the fact that we see good numbers here is telling me that we've got great leadership over there, and I appreciate what you and your officers do. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor.
And Council, I'm going to echo what the mayor just said. Our police department and the officers inside the police department are excelling because of the leadership they have at the police department. You know, Chief Hayes is absolutely phenomenal. He's training his people. The morale is higher than it's been in the 3 years that I've been here. The culture is completely turned around, and as a result, our community is safer, both objectively safer and they feel safer because of all the hard work that the men and women on the scene are doing. So, Chief, thank you to you and your team for what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Chief Kukulis, please.
Good evening again. You have our report in front of you, but quick review, 136 emergency incidents for the month of June, 7 minute 37 second was our 90th percentile travel time, which is right where we want to be in that regard. It was a little bit of a slower month. Notice there's no fires, significant fires anyhow, in the month of June. We did have a little bit of an uptick in vehicle accidents, including a fatality out 285 and a couple others that we flew people out of over by the airport, so a little bit of an uptick there. Otherwise, under my chief's report, I already kind of mentioned the paramedic program finally kicked off last week, so that was a big, heavy lift, but I feel a little relieved that we got going. Now that the real work begins for all those guys in there to get that done. I had anticipated, and I wrote in here that county was going to consider that interlocal agreement so that we could commence our ALS operations, and due to unforeseen circumstances, it got delayed until August. We've been informed, so that will probably set that start back about a month, because we've got a couple medics next door just chomping at the bit to get going, but we've got to get the green light from them before we can do that. I mentioned the ambulance already, of course. We did send a few people up to Ohio to the Sutton factory to do the final inspection on the engine. They caught a few things while they were there, so they're buttoning those up, and then that rig will get delivered down to South Florida and come here in the next 6 weeks or so. Chief Webster put on a great inspector class, one of the several components we're going to get an additional fire inspector certified. We also had a member from Valpy and Pensacola Fire come out, so it's a good joint undertaking. We can use the help. We've got almost 700 commercial occupancies in the city, so right now Chief Webster's the only one doing those inspections, so getting a little more help in the team will be good. And lastly, I'll be meeting with the city manager. We continue to have conversations over when I wear my other hat over at Valpy. We're still considering some options, many of which involve continuing the interlocal agreement that we currently have in place, and maybe some other variations of that. And just looking at we talked about costs and structure and impacts to both cities. So hopefully there'll continue to be a dialogue and may be some joint meetings in the future too as we address those things. So, otherwise, any questions? Happy to answer.
All right, council, any questions for the chief? Chief, I have one. How many students do you have in the ALS class?
We have 9 Niceville personnel, 1 Valpy, and 1 from Holly Navarre Fire.
Awesome, so great job, including others. Super. All right, any others? Thanks, Chief.
Well,
And council, this gentleman hasn't even been here a year yet. ALS program is almost stood up. 3 new fire trucks on the way. Again, culture and the environment at the fire department completely turned around, all because of this gentleman right here. Doing an absolutely phenomenal job. I question his judgment sometimes for voluntarily taking on the Valpy Fire Department situation, but he's motivated and he's hard charging, and so not only Nashville residents, but Valpy residents are benefiting because this gentleman decided to raise his hand and say, hey, I'm interested in the job. So Chief, thank you for what you do every day.
And I'll just add on one thing. Besides the great leadership he provides he's got a great family that helped the city of Niceville be the Dragon Boat champs again.
All right, Big Sexy.
council, Mr. Dyke, Wendy. I want to thank Chief Hayes for the kind words. The guys really work hard and do a great job. I was taught 26 years ago there before I started this business, hey, you always got to take care of PD, right? Rolling through town on Saturday, drinking a Zima, looking at the projects, you get pulled over. You need them, right? All right. Update on the reuse pipeline. Thank you to Mr. Dykes. Finally, the permit for the last segment, last 1,000 foot of the reuse line is sitting on somebody's desk in San Antonio. So hopefully very, very soon we'll have that, finish that last leg, get reused water to Deer Moss Creek. The Greenbelt Sewer has been on hold, having issues receiving the manholes, but they are supposed to be here the first week of August. And we should have that, still have that project done before September 30th. Well 6 is still down. We're going through conversations with Garner Well Drilling. They found a biofilm in the well. It's going to take very extensive disinfecting, especially for the next couple of years, so this chemical won't come back. Still going through trying to get money and figure out what's what. Hopefully next month I have a better briefing for you on that well 6. That's the one on Rockwell Drive. The new well 12 the site's been cleared, bore samples have been taken. We're going to update on the reuse water to Rocky Runway Common. So July 20th, Gator Bourne will be in town dropping material off. Finally get reused water over to Rocky Runway Common, get that part off potable water, and it's a lot better on our water consumption use every month, and we got to submit to the state. All the PMs on the generator should be done by the end of the month. There are 43 water calls, 24 sewer calls, 1 water tap, 1 sewer tap, 571 line spots. The Turkey Creek stormwater and paving. All we need is dates on the bid documents, and we should be able to publish that next week for bid. That's the part north of the bathroom. We had a stormwater issue on Pin Oak that is complete. The stormwater issue on Adams Street that we have, met with the county officials there last week. I think that was probably done at midnight by the homeowner in 1989. The discharge is on private property, so we're out. Drainage issue on Red Maple Way is complete. We fixed the drainage issue at the corner of Fink Road and Bay Shore. Still have 60 foot of pipe delay at Grand Oaks on that outfall. Drainage issue on Iowa Street. We have a sinkhole that will be starting next week at the corner of Rudy Pond and Sable Pond. All these sinkholes are metal pipe. We've been trying for the years to get this out of the ground. We're going to replace it with ADS plastic pipe. I mean, we're really a lot better shape than we were 6 years ago, but all this pipe is metal and it don't last. The Thomas Branch Holding Pond, the same as Turkey Creek. James has been working hard this week trying to get them bid documents done through half. So we should be able to publish that one next week. So we got 2 big projects. Hopefully I can check off and get out for bid and get them completed. Paving, the construction has started on the new parking lot for the First Baptist Church on Bay Shore. If anybody's wondering what they're doing, they're clearing that lot. We got paving going on the multi-use trail on College Boulevard. I don't know about your 5K, I have to ride my bike. But right now, as of our last project meeting, we're looking at September 19th, the completion date. Now, the contract date's October 19th, but they're moving a little bit farther ahead. So as of today, we're looking at September 19th. So depending on weather, delays, I'm looking anytime between September and October, that being completed.
That Pat?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
We'll be installing new sidewalks on Valparaiso Boulevard for the Holy Name Catholic Church. You know, they put in a new school zone down there, got a crosswalk. We can't just pass across them in the grass, right? So we're going to put some sidewalk in to get some handicapped, wheelchairs, you know, young kids, students across Valparaiso Boulevard onto a sidewalk, safer for them to get to the school.
How far will that go? How far will that go?
It's just a little short piece that comes across
Just where it
Valparaiso
comes
Boulevard. We
across.
are going to have to stand to get ADA. I looked at it yesterday.
we are gonna have to extend about 20 foot of drainage pipe, cover that ditch up, which we maintain now, and bring a sidewalk across. Again, ain't no other way around it to make ADA requirements, so not a big deal. Makes Park, materials have been ordered for the water and sewer. Got the bathrooms built, got the dugouts built. Soon as the materials are here, they get started on the water sewer, finishing up, we're starting to start the drainage. So we're looking at November of '29, that project being complete.
Thanks.
I'm missing Miss Ally.
Not 2029.
No.
That's what I
I know
mean.
what he's meant.
November
I
29th.
go by there all the
I
time.
was messing with Miss Ally. November 27th, as of today, November 27th of '26. We'll hopefully complete it.
Well, you actually got me, so
I have to make sure y'all are awake, man.
we are.
Crossing the boulevard, we're working on that with Half Engineering, so we got some lanes to cut where they get bore samples for the new roadway, the new connector road. Code compliance, had 40 new cases, had 17 closed, 2 open, 21 courtesies. I think next month will be, I have the chickens for you. And then, of course, obviously, don't expect it to be, but my shine a penny this month is Aaron and Crystal Heisey. I'm sure all you know Crystal is one of my teammates from the Parks Department. Did one hell of a job. About 2.5, 3 months ago, she found out that her husband was terminally ill. Unfortunately, Aaron passed away on June 29th at 1:45 a.m. in the morning. It's been a hard struggle for me and Mr. Dykes. See the teammates having to go through this, especially at 44 years old. So I just want to record her tonight, just let her know if she's watching, tell her I love her. We're here for her. And like me, Mr. Dykes told her the Thursday that we should have had her door at 7:30 in the morning after Aaron passed away. When she finally met home in Pensacola. You don't just have public works. You got 196 citywide employees that are here for you, plus the council, mayor, everybody else. One of the hardest things you ever have to do. But I love my team. I'll do anything for them. So I just want to say God bless her and her family.
All right, council, anybody have questions for our public works director? Go ahead, Kathy, and then Mr. Shackle.
Again, thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Look after your team. I have a question about the meters. They're all changed out now, correct?
Correct.
Are we seeing any difference in?
I'll turn it over to Mr. Bill.
Ma'am, it's probably going to take us more time to get that, to evaluate that. I fully expect that we're seeing more accurate readings, and so, but it's probably going to, we'll probably have to wait for a year so we can have some legitimate data we compare, that we can compare year to year.
50,
But
45
our,
or 50
but our
readings
team
last
is not having to go out there and read any meters, correct?
Very, very few. You know, it was getting up around 12 and 1500, and now it's 8 or 10.
Right. When we had 30, out of 12 or 1500, just verified Mr. Bill, we had 30 rereads last month, so. Heck of a lot better, it's getting better every day. But you gotta do this again in 10 years, it's still in council.
The next city manager will take care of that.
Kathy, anything else?
That was it.
Mr. Shackle, go ahead.
Jonathan, as we build multi-use paths around our city at different locations, are people, residents that the path runs in front of, are they allowed to park on the multi-use path?
No, sir.
So I know the one you're talking about, and it has been addressed multiple times.
They paved that section today, and there's 4 foot of it taken up by a car.
We have addressed it with the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, and we will continue to do that until such time as they are no longer parking on the path.
Thank you.
I do want to plan a 5K, so we'll be talking.
Any other questions by council?
Put it in the budget.
Go ahead, Mr.
No,
Stoffer.
I would just say ditto to what the chief said. Chief Hayes, just phenomenal job, quick on responses to get things done. You guys see a problem and you're on it, and I just look at this team that Mr. Deitch has put together, and it is amazing. I mean, you were already here. He got lucky with that, but he's put together an excellent team.
I will just simply say, Jonathan, you know what I think about you and your team, and you know that I think you guys are number one, top notch, and what you do for our citizens, most people don't realize, and it is greatly appreciated. You know, we do get feedback from people that tell us how much they appreciate what you guys do. But I do have a question. I noticed something in social media when we had the heavy rains, Meigs Park. I think you're aware there was some runoff.
Yes, sir.
What has been done to address that?
Myself and Mr. Dykes addressed that issue yesterday. We have added additional silk fencing up on the south end and stopped that pond from breaching and overflowing on the First Street.
Thank you.
Been addressed.
All right, appreciate that. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Deitch, you got anything else?
Just one last comment, Mayor. Council, obviously, we have some really, really, really talented teammates. But beyond that, you know, over the last 3 months, over the last 2 months, really, 2 of our teammates have lost their spouses. And it's been, you know, exceptionally hard on our team. But in addition to them being wildly talented, hardworking, disciplined, focused, and just dedicated to this community, they're dedicated to each other. And just to see how this team has rallied around both of those teammates, you know, after losing their spouses. And again, one is in her 40s and the other one is in his early 50s. And so it's over their spouses. So both of these spouses were very, very young when they passed. But to see these teammates rally around our other teammates who are hurting and just picking them up and loving on them has really, really been a blessing to see and be a part of. So obviously I'm very, very biased, but this community has no idea how blessed they are to have these members of this team serving them every single day. Mayor, that's all I got.
All right. Before we move into public comments, I want to give the council an opportunity to share any information that they have with the rest of the council and so forth. So we'll start with you, Mr. Tolbert. Anything you want to bring in?
No, sir.
Mr. Schatzel?
No, sir.
Miss Alley?
I'm thankful that I entered a new decade yesterday.
Happy birthday. Mr. Omiger? Mr. Stoffer?
No.
I just want to remind the council that we will be setting the millage rate on the 28th of this month. So make sure you've got your schedules planned accordingly to be here and do that. And with that said, I will open up the floor to public comments, but let me first of all give you the ground rules. So anybody that wants to come before the council can do so to speak on any topic they want. You are given 3 minutes to do so. I want you to understand the following. Please get to your point quickly because I will cut you off at 3 minutes. Again, we're not up here to debate. Whatever, the council is here to receive. And with that said, the floor is open. Would anybody like to come before the council on any issue? I'm taking a quick pause just to make sure. I see none. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Less than an hour.
Wow. 55 minutes. That was a force. The mayor starts on time.
Hopefully the Fort Walton City
Yeah, but they just started a new fight just for that.
He's going long, 2 16-hour.